I added Andretti to F1 22, put all the settings to automatic, and simulated 10 seasons. Can the Andretti name achieve F1 glory once again? Stay tuned to find out. My name is Chris, welcome back to CFRacing, and enjoy the video. Hello everybody, welcome back to another simulation video. Today I am going to be adding Andretti back to Formula 1. But before this video starts, if you enjoy content like this, then please go ahead, hit that like button, subscribe, and share with your friends, and also comment down below what simulation you guys want to see me do next. So I also like to give a shout out to Mild Designs for the Andretti mod that I'll be using in this video. Go check him out, his links are in the description down below. And with that being said, everybody, let's get into the admin for this video. So for the main driver for all 10 seasons of this Andretti simulation, I selected Colton Herta, who is, if you guys don't know, an IndyCar driver who is likely to join the F1 grid if Andretti does join the Formula 1 grid. He also is a McLaren, I believe he's a reserve or test driver or something like that. For the second driver, I selected an actual legacy driver in the game, and this is Nico Hülkenberg, and he will be the second driver to start off the simulation. The power unit I selected was Renault, and lastly, I started Andretti off as a midfield team. And last, but certainly not least, here is the livery for Andretti Racing. In 2022, Charles Leclerc wins his first ever World Drivers' Championship, taking 14 wins on the year, 359 points to finish in P1. Carlos Sainz takes 232 points to finish in P2. Max Verstappen takes 2 wins, 228 points to finish in P3. Colton Herta takes 3 points, finishes in P14. And Nico Hülkenberg takes 0 points to finish in P19. Quite a rough opening season for Andretti so far. Ferrari win their first Constructors title since 2008, followed by Red Bull P2, Mercedes P3, Alpine P4, Haas P5, Alfa Romeo P6, McLaren P7, AlphaTauri P8, Andretti P9, Aston Martin P10, and Williams in dead last. In the driver transfer market, Fernando Alonso and Sebastian Vettel retire from Formula 1. Mick Schumacher goes to Alpine. Zhou Guanyu goes to Haas. Nicholas Latifi goes to Alfa Romeo. Lance Stroll goes to Williams. Lando Norris goes to Aston Martin. George Russell goes to McLaren. Oscar Piastri goes to Mercedes. Dan Ticktum goes to Aston Martin. And in the regulation change department, there is a regulation change to the chassis and durability departments going into 2023. In 2023, Max Verstappen wins his second ever World Drivers' Championship, taking 14 wins on the year, 396 points to finish in P1. Charles Leclerc takes 2 wins, 278 points to finish in P2. Colton Herta takes 6 points to finish in P14. And Nico Hülkenberg takes 0 points to finish in P17. Another rough season for Andretti, basically. Red Bull win their first Constructors title since 2013. Ferrari finish in P2, followed by Mercedes P3, McLaren P4, Alpine P5, Alfa Romeo P6, Haas P7, Aston Martin P8, Andretti P9, Williams P10, and AlphaTauri in dead last. In the driver transfer market, Carlos Sainz retires from Formula 1. Nico Hülkenberg also retires from Formula 1. Pierre Gasly gets signed to Andretti. Max Verstappen goes to AlphaTauri. Valtteri Bottas goes to Red Bull. Charles Leclerc goes to Alfa Romeo. Lando Norris goes to Ferrari. Alexander Albon goes to Aston Martin. Jehan Daruvala goes to Williams. Nicholas Latifi goes to Ferrari. Robert Schwartzman goes to Alfa Romeo. Felipe Drugovich goes to AlphaTauri. And Yuki Tsunoda heads to free agency. Going into 2024, there is a regulation change to the aero and power departments. In 2024, Lando Norris wins his first ever World Drivers' Championship as he takes 9 wins on the year, 338 points to finish in P1. George Russell takes 4 wins, 213 points to finish in P2. Lewis Hamilton takes 1 win, 169 points to finish in P3. Nicholas Latifi takes 2 wins, 147 points to finish in P4. Pierre Gasly takes 4 points to finish P14, and Colton Herta takes 2 points to finish in P17. Ferrari win their second second Constructors title of the simulation, followed by McLaren P2, Red Bull P3, Mercedes P4, Alfa Romeo P5, AlphaTauri P6, Haas P7, Andretti P8, Aston Martin P9, Alpine dropped down to P10, and Williams in dead last. In the driver transfer market, Lewis Hamilton decides to retire from Formula 1, Max Verstappen goes to Mercedes, Sergio Perez goes to AlphaTauri, Nicholas Latifi goes to Red Bull, Dan Ticktum goes to Ferrari, Felipe Drugovich goes to Aston Martin, Yuki Tsunoda goes to AlphaTauri, Oscar Piastri goes to Williams, and Jehan Daruvala goes to Mercedes. Heading into 2025, there is no regulation change. In 2025, Lando Norris wins his second consecutive Constructors title as he takes 8 wins, 340 points to finish in P1. Max Verstappen takes 7 wins, 325 points to finish in P2. George Russell takes 1 win, 228 points to finish in P3. Pierre Gasly takes 0 points to finish in P18, and Colton Herta takes 0 points to finish in P20, as this was Andretti's worst season so far. Ferrari take their third Constructors title of the simulation, followed by Mercedes P2, McLaren P3, Red Bull P4, Alfa Romeo P5, Sergio Perez P6, Haas P7, Alpine P8, Williams P9, Andretti P10, and Aston Martin in dead last. In the driver transfer market, Max Verstappen retires from Formula 1 for some reason. George Russell goes to Mercedes. Charles Leclerc goes to McLaren. Lance Stroll goes to Alfa Romeo. Daniel Ricciardo goes to Williams. Nicholas Latifi goes to McLaren. Oscar Piastri goes to Red Bull. Yuri Vips goes to Williams. Mick Schumacher to Alfa Romeo. Jehan Daruvala to Alpine. Liam Lawson to Mercedes. And Robert Schwartzman heads to free agency. Going into 2026, there is a major regulation change to chassis, power, and durability, which will definitely shake up the grid. In 2026, George Russell wins his first ever World Drivers' Championship as he takes 11 wins on the year, 353 points to finish in P1. Lando Norris takes 3 wins, 263 points to finish in P2. Charles Leclerc takes 2 wins, 225 points to finish in P3. Pierre Gasly takes 0 points, finishes in P15, and Colton Herta takes 0 points to finish in P16. Mercedes win their first Constructors title since 2021, followed by Ferrari in P2, McLaren P3, AlphaTauri P4, Red Bull P5, Alfa Romeo P6, Haas P7, Andretti P8, Alpine P9, Williams P10, and Aston Martin in dead last. In the driver transfer market, Lance Stroll gets signed to Andretti, Pierre Gasly goes to Ferrari, Dan Ticktum goes to Alfa Romeo, Yuri Vips goes to Mercedes, Liam Lawson goes to Williams, Robert Schwartzman goes to McLaren, and Nicholas Latifi heads to free agency. Going into 2027, there is no regulation change. In 2027, George Russell wins his second consecutive World Drivers' Championship as he takes 9 wins on the year, 333 points to finish in P1. Lando Norris takes 5 wins, 272 points to finish in P2. Charles Leclerc takes 2 wins, 227 points to finish in P3. Lance Stroll takes 6 points to finish in P14, and Colton Herta takes 4 points to finish in P15. Mercedes win their second consecutive Constructors title with Ferrari in P2, McLaren P3, Red Bull P4, AlphaTauri P5, Alpine P6, Haas P7, Andretti P8, Alfa Romeo P9, Williams P10, and Aston Martin in dead last. After winning 2 World Drivers' Championships, George Russell decides to retire from Formula 1. Charles Leclerc goes to Mercedes to replace George Russell. Nicholas Latifi goes to McLaren. Christian Lundgaard goes to Alfa Romeo. Dan Ticktum goes to Mercedes. Yuri Vips goes to Red Bull. Oscar Piastri heads to free agency. And heading into 2028, there is a regulation change to aero and the power departments. In 2028, Lando Norris wins his third World Championship of the simulation as he takes 8 wins, 295 points to finish in P1. Charles Leclerc takes 3 wins, 214 points to finish in P2. Kevin Magnussen takes 2 wins, 206 points to finish in P3. Gasly finishes in P4 with 182 points. Sergio Perez finishes in P5 with 2 wins, 130 points. Colton Herta takes 0 points to finish in P18, and Lance Stroll takes 0 points to finish in P21. Ferrari win their 4th Constructors title of the simulation, followed by Mercedes in P2, AlphaTauri in P3, Haas P4, Red Bull P5, Williams P6, Alfa Romeo P7, McLaren dropped down to P8, Andretti P9, Alpine P10, and Aston Martin in dead last. In the driver transfer market, Daniel Ricciardo decides to retire from Formula 1. Williams cannot afford to pay for a driver, so they get a default driver of Michalski. I have no idea who the heck that is. I believe it is just one of those drivers that the F1 game creates when a team cannot actually sign a driver, so he goes to Williams. I actually can't believe it. Sergio Perez goes to Andretti. Lance Stroll goes to AlphaTauri. Christian Lundgaard goes to Aston Martin. Jehan Daruvla goes to Alfa Romeo. Marcus Armstrong goes to Alpine. Pierre Gasly goes to McLaren. Oscar Piastri goes to Ferrari. Teo Pourchaire goes to Mercedes. Felipe Drugovich goes to Haas. Richard Verschoor goes to Red Bull. And that leaves Yuri Vips, Zhou Guanyu, and Dan Ticktum all as free agents. And heading in to 2029, there is no regulation change. In 2029, Lando Norris wins his 4th World Drivers' Championship of the simulation as he takes 13 wins, 391 points to finish in P1. Charles Leclerc takes 3 wins, 247 points to finish in P2. Colton Herta takes 14 points to finish in P13. And Sergio Perez takes 6 points to finish in P16. Definitely Andretti's best season so far. Ferrari win their 5th Constructors title of the simulation, followed by Mercedes in P2, Red Bull P3, McLaren P4, Alpine P5, AlphaTauri P6, Andretti P7, Haas P8, Alfa Romeo P9, Williams P10, and Aston Martin in dead last. In the driver transfer market, Yuki Tsunoda decides to retire from Formula 1. Sergio Perez goes to AlphaTauri. Mick Schumacher signs with Andretti. Richard Verschoor goes to Alfa Romeo. Oscar Piastri goes to Red Bull. Dan Ticktum goes to Ferrari. Christian Lundgaard goes to Mercedes. Yuri Vips goes to Aston Martin. Nicholas Latifi goes to Alpine. Alessio Deletta, can you believe it? He goes to Williams. And that leaves Teo Pourchaire, Marcus Armstrong, and Michalski all as free agents. And heading in to 2030, there is no regulation change. In 2030, Lando Norris wins his 5th World Drivers' Championship of the simulation as he takes 9 wins, 327 points to finish in P1. Charles Leclerc takes 7 wins, 327 points to finish in P2. Yes, they were tied. Lando Norris had more wins. That was the tiebreaker. Colton Herta takes 3 points to finish in P14, and Mick Schumacher takes 0 points to finish in P18. Another rough season for Andretti. Mercedes win their 3rd Constructors title of the simulation, followed by Ferrari in P2, Red Bull P3, McLaren P4, Alpine P5, AlphaTauri P6, Andretti P7, Alfa Romeo P8, Haas P9, Aston Martin P10, and Williams in dead last. In the driver transfer market, Marcus Armstrong goes to AlphaTauri, Lorenz Zandelli goes to Alpine, Enzo Fittipaldi goes to Aston Martin, Zhou Guanyu goes to Ferrari, Jack Aitken goes to Haas, Yuri Vips goes to Mercedes, Christian Lundgaard goes to Red Bull, Teo Pourchaire goes to Williams, and that leaves Nicholas Latifi, Lance Stroll, Oscar Piastri, Dan Ticktum, and Alessio Deletta all as free agents heading into the final season. And heading into 2031, there is a regulation change to the chassis departments. In Season 10, 2031, Charles Leclerc wins his 2nd World Drivers' Championship as he takes 10 wins on the year, 336 points to finish in P1. Lando Norris takes 6 wins, 293 points to finish in P2. Colton Herta takes 0 points, P19 to finish in P19, that's pretty sad. And Mick Schumacher takes 0 points and finishes in P20. Mercedes win their 4th World Constructors' Championship of the simulation, followed by Ferrari in P2, Red Bull P3, McLaren P4, Alpine P5, AlphaTauri P6, Alfa Romeo P7, Andretti P8, Haas P9, Williams P10, and Aston Martin in dead last. So guys, now we're going to get on to the final stats of the simulation. So here we have it. Here are the final stats for all 10 years of this simulation. In terms of World Constructors Championships, Ferrari led with 5, Mercedes in second with 4, and Red Bull with 1. In terms of World Drivers' Championships, Lando Norris had 5, Charles Leclerc had 2, George Russell had 2, and Max Verstappen had 1. And the most important department here, I think it's everybody's favorite department, the wins department. Lando Norris had 64 wins in 10 years, Charles Leclerc had 43 wins in 10 years, followed by George Russell with 25, Max Verstappen with 21, Kevin Magnussen with 3, great job Kevin Magnussen, Sergio Perez with 2, and Nicholas Latifi actually had 2 wins. So guys, that is going to wrap it up for this simulation video. If you guys did enjoy, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, share with your friends. Let me know in the comments section, once again, which team I should simulate next. Quick spoiler over here, the next team I believe I'm going to be simulating is Jaguar, so stay tuned for that. With that being said, everybody, see you guys next time. Goodbye.